Hashem Shiatzivur U.S. Yeshua Hashem Otot Kum Mashiach Kum Mashiach Hinei Zeba Shiatzivur U.S. Yeshua Hashem Shiatzivur U.S. Yeshua Hashem Otot Kum Mashiach Otot Kum Mashiach Hinei Zeba Spiel fast Purim Number 2. Ani mamin beyemuno shel imo ani mamin beyemuno shel imo Opa ani mamin beyemuno shel Bevias Moshiach ani mamin ani mamin hoy ani mamin beyemuno shleimo bevias Moshiach ani mamin Rick Cutler on the drums there. The ain't do ye galleomo, don't do ye galleomo. The ain't do ye galleomo, don't do ye galleomo. Como vem no moizrin, viamo vem no moizrin. Oh, don't do ye galleomo, the ain't do ye galleomo.
Welcome everybody to our Jewish House Zoom Purim concert. Happy Purim to everybody. My name is Avrami Joseph, and I'm going to be your host for this evening, or this afternoon, should we rather say. First of all, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Rabbi Mendel Kastel from Jewish House to start off and give us a brief Purim message. Rabbi.
Okay. Happy Purim, everybody. It's great to see you all. Many people are isolated. People are at nursing homes, hospitals, and everywhere, and unfortunately can't be in shul or hear the Megillah firsthand. But we wanted to create some sort of a Purim celebration here online and sort of look at the different aspects of Purim. So the first one is, as you can see, my hat. We're a little bit dressed up. One of the traditions of Purim is to be able to get dressed up, because what we're told is that the miracle of Purim, while it was a fantastic miracle, it was dressed up in nature. We had the Queen Esther, it was Mordechai, who was very well connected. So it all seemed to follow a particular journey. But because you can't see God's hand in it, so therefore we get dressed up. Esther's name represents the concept of being hidden. So we get dressed up, we sort of hide our face a little bit and look a bit different. We also have a number of mitzvot which we celebrate on Purim. The first one being the Megillah, which we'll read a little bit of, and we'll have the opportunity to make some noise for Haman. One of the other things that we do is we give charity. So we put coins into the charity box to help the poor. We also give food packages to friends. And we have the traditional meal, which we have with family and friends as well. Some of the other traditions, as you would know, is the Yummy Hamantaschen, which many are celebrating. And again, the idea is that the jam is hidden inside the concept of being hidden. So what we might do is we might read a little bit of the Megillah. Particularly, we'll get to a couple of points where we say Haman, and it'll give us an opportunity to make a little bit of noise and have a little bit of fun with the Purim spirit. Soon we'll hear from our guest rabbi, from Rabbi Elton, a good friend of mine. We will hear from and enjoy the children from some of the Jewish day schools, and we'll have some wonderful music with Joel. So we'll start with a little bit of the Megillah. And traditionally, when we read the Megillah, we say a couple of blessings. The first one is the blessing that we're commanded to read the Megillah. The second blessing is that we celebrate the opportunity to be alive and to be able to enjoy this particular day. And then there's a third blessing that is said the first time you hear the Megillah this year is Shehechiyanu v'kimanu v'giyanu l'zman hazeh, that we thank God that we've been able to live and to be healthy, to be able to enjoy the reading of the Megillah. So we'll start with the Megillah. Got a lovely Megillah here. Vayehi b'mei Achashverosh hu Achashverosh hamelech medu ve'at kush sheva v'yasrimu meya medina hayamim ha'hem kisheves hamelech Achashverosh al kisei malchusai asher b'shushan habira. Now we'll go over to one of the later paragraphs. Achar hadorim ha'ele gidal hamelech Achashverosh es Haman. Haman. Hagagi v'naseh v'esmus yisayim al kosarim asher itay v'chalav de hamelech asher b'shar hamelech karim mishtachavim lehaman cheinti v'lei hamelech v'hiker ramelah v'leish v'lav yam v'yam v'lo shama lehem v'gid lamalur as yamdu divrei Mordechai kigid lehem asher yodi malei haman chema v'yivez beinav l'shlech yad Mordechai levadai kiyu yigidu leis Mordechai v'vekesh Haman. Boo to Haman. And then we continue to read the Megillah, all the different parts of the Megillah, until we get to the point where we read the 10 sons of Haman, which were hung on the tree, and the celebration of Mishloach Manot, and all the mitzvot that we do at Purim. We also say a l'chaim to celebrate this special occasion, and we have our Hamantaschen and our Mishloach Manot. But the main thing is we're all together, we're all celebrating together. So happy Purim, everybody. Enjoy the show, and thanks so much for joining us. Chag Sameach.
Thank you, Rabbi Kassel. That was really, really wonderful. So exciting to boo Haman's name on Purim. Fantastic. Everyone turn on your cameras if you're able to. I'd love to see your smiling faces. It makes this Zoom so much more special. I'd like to introduce you to one of our partners for this event, the Center of Aging COA, and I'd like to ask Ronnie, who is the Honorary Secretary, to say a few words. Ronnie, over to you.
I can speak, but I don't think I can be seen. Is that right?
That is right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to say Happy Purim to everybody on behalf of all at COA. We are very happy to partner with Jewish House in this lovely event. And for those of you who have enjoyed our packages that we've sent out, I hope you have enjoyed the packages. And that's about it from me. I'm sorry I can't see you. That's put me off a little bit, but I wish you all a very happy day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronnie. That was really, really wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special performer for you today, Joel Kassel. And Joel's been around for many, many, many years. He's a famous face around the community. Would love him to come on and sing some really, really wonderful songs. Feel free to join along, clap along, sing along, jump up in your seats. Let's be joyous together this Purim. Joel, take it away.
Thank you very much. This is a fun one. Everybody can go. חג פורים, חג גדול ליהודים, מסכות רשנים, מירות ורותקים. המן רישה רששש, המן רישה רששש, המן רישה רששש, בהראשונים. חג פורים, חג גדול ליהודים, מסכות רשנים, זמירות וגרופים. Amar risha rashashash, amar risha rashashash, amar risha rashashash, baharishanim. Amar risha rashashash, amar risha rashashash, baharishanim. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zmirot Verugdim. Amar Risha Rashashash, Amar Risha Rashashash, Harisha Rashashash, Baharishanim. Amar Risha Rashashash, Amar Risha Rashashash, Marisha Rashashash, Baharishanim. Nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila venismecha. Hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila venismecha. Hava neranena, hava neranena, hava neranena venismecha. Hava neranena, hava neranena, hava neranena venismecha. Guru achim, lesameach, Guru achim, lesameach. Hava, nagila hava, nagila venismecha. Nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila venismecha. Hava neranena, hava neranena, hava venismecha. Hava neranena, hava neranena, hava venismecha. Guru achim, lesameach, achim lesameach, achim lesameach, achim lesameach, Guru achim lesameach.
Beautiful. Joel, you want to give us one more?
Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב. שבת אחים גם יחד. Oy hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad.
Thank you very much, Joel. Round of applause. Wonderful. We're going to see you very, very soon. Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special performance from one of the Jewish day schools. Kesser Torah College has sent us a wonderful video of their year ones performing some Purim songs. Please feel free to sing along, join along, and clap your hands.
And let's go. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag
Beautiful. Thank you, wonderful students of Kesser Torah College. That was really wonderful. It gives me great pleasure to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Ben Elton from the Great Synagogue, senior minister and senior rabbi of the Great Synagogue, to add a few words for Purim. Rabbi Elton.
Hi, everyone, and Purim Sameach. It's really great to be here on this celebration. I want to say a bit about the Megillah, the story of Purim, the story of Esther and Mordechai, and then a few of the lessons that we can learn from it. How does the story begin? It begins with a great feast which the king Achashverosh holds for all the people of Shushan and his empire, and he calls for his queen Vashti to come and display herself before all the people who are there drinking and celebrating, and she refuses. She's not going to be put on show by her husband. She stands up to him, and as a result, she is off with her head. She's dispatched. Out she goes, out the window, which makes a vacancy. The king needs a new queen, and he wants to see all of the most beautiful women in the kingdom. And of course, Esther, the heroine of the Purim story, she is the most beautiful woman the king has ever seen, and she is made the new queen. Now, who is the king's chief advisor? A man called Haman. And Haman is a deep, deep anti-Semite. He wants to destroy all the Jews in the Persian Empire, and he decides to bribe the king to allow him to set about killing all the Jews. And so a decree is made by the king that all the Jews are to be destroyed on a date which is selected by lot, by a random lottery. And the word for lot in Hebrew is pur, and so Purim is the plural. That's what we call the day Purim. Now, Mordechai is the uncle of Esther. He's one of the leaders of the Jewish people in the Persian Empire, and he gets wind of this. And he appeals to Esther, and he says to her, you must intercede on behalf of the Jewish people to the king, and you must ask him to rescind the decree. And so Esther, who's been living in secret in the king's palace, not revealing that she's in fact a Jew, she takes her courage and she goes and she enters into the king's chamber, and he agrees to see her, and she invites him and Haman, the evil advisor, to a series of feasts. And finally, at the end of the last feast, she says, this is what I want from you, my king. I want you to rescind the order to destroy my people, and I want you to punish Haman for trying to kill me and all of the other Jews who live in your empire. And so the king agrees to do that. Haman is hung with all of his sons. The Jews are allowed to fight back against their enemies. They're victorious. And the book of Esther, the Megillah, is written up and sent all around the Jewish world and became the foundation of the celebration of the festival of Purim. Now, what are the themes, the lessons we can take from this story? Well, I think there are really two most important themes. One, as Rabbi Kassel already suggested, that although the name of God appears nowhere at all in the Megillah, and you would never know that the salvation of the Jews came from God if you just read the text, we understand as members of the Jewish people who know that God is looking after us and is caring for us and is overseeing everything that happens to us. We know that God is involved. We understand that when the king decided to see Esther, when the king changed his mind, when the king decided to hang Haman, this is all because of God's intervention. And even though we don't see the hand of God in our everyday lives, we must never think that God is not involved. God is involved in every aspect of our life. He knows about us. He loves us. He cares for us. And when we are saved from our difficulties, we should know that God has acted to save us, and we should give him thanks accordingly. And the second is that we can't just rely on God. We can't just say, well, God will look after us, so we have to do nothing. The turning point in the Megillah story is when Esther goes into the king. When she takes her courage, she doesn't know whether the king is going to receive her favorably or not. She doesn't know whether her appeal is going to be successful or not. She knows that once she reveals that she's a Jew, that if the plan to kill all the Jews goes ahead, she is going to die with them. But nevertheless, she shows courage and she stands up and she's successful. And ultimately, that's what God wants from us. God says, I will help you and I will save you in your hour of distress, but I need you to do something as well. I need you to stand up as a proud Jew, as an open Jew, and to help me in bringing about your salvation. And that's what Esther did, and that's why it's called the Book of Esther. That's why she's the heroine, and that's why we celebrate this festival each and every year, ever since that date. I want to wish everyone a very happy Purim, a joyous Purim. As you can see, I'm dressed up as a knight, a medieval knight, probably the opposite of what I am, because we are all disguised on Purim, just as God was disguised, but God was there, and we're here, and it's wonderful to connect on this wonderful festival. So Chag Purim Sameach, everyone be very well.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Elton. That was really wonderful. Thank you for your deep messages and wise words. We have another surprise for you now. We have Moriah College students who have gone around from different ages, high school, primary school, singing some songs and a beautiful Purim message.
Happy Purim!
Happy Purim!
Happy Purim!
Happy Purim! from Moriah. What do we like chocolate? Purim Sameach! Purim Sameach! Purim Sameach! Purim Sameach! Purim Sameach! Purim Sameach!
In today's world, everything is constantly changing.
In the Megillah, it speaks about the Nahafochul, which means everything was upside down or reversed. And Vashti goes from being queen to being banished. Mordechai goes from being a normal person to being the chief advisor to the king. So just like in our lives, everything is reversed in the Megillah.
From everyone at Moriah, including Yishai and myself, Moriah's Jewish Life and Zionism captains, we wish you all a Purim Sameach.
Purim Sameach.
Wishing you a very happy Purim.
Wonderful. Thank you so much to Moriah, who put together that video for us. Really, really nice and really special, and some really nice messages again for Purim. We're back again with Joel, who's going to give us some more songs. So get those hands warm, get your seats rolling together. Make sure that you're comfortable. Joel, take it away with some Purim music.
Shem, 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 Mishenich Adar. Shem, 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 Mishenich Adar. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Shem, 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 Mishenich Adar. Shem, 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 Mishenich Adar. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Shemi, 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 Mishenich Adar. Shemi, 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 Mishenich Adar. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Shemi, 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 Mishenich Adar. Shemi, 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 Mishenich Adar. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Mishenich Adar, Marvim Besimcha. Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. On Avinu Chai, On Avinu Chai. On Avinu, On Avinu, On Avinu Chai. On Avinu Chai, On Avinu Chai. On Avinu, On Avinu, On Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Avinu Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Yisrael Chai. Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Yisrael Chai.
Beautiful. Joel, what about a Hava Nagila for us? Can we do a request?
Absolutely. Give me one
Great.
second. Just got to get it up.
I want to see everybody Hava Nagila. Let's clap our hands together. Let the joy of Purim, let's see you through the screens. Let's all join together in the joy of Purim for a fantastic Hava Nagila by Joel Kassel. Joel, make it away.
Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Ben Ismecha. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Uru Achim Lev Sameach, Achim Lev Sameach, Uru Achim Lev Sameach, Achim Lev Sameach, Uru Achim Lev Sameach. Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Ben Ismecha. Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Uru Achim Lev Sameach, Uru Achim Lev Sameach, Achim Lev Sameach, Uru Achim Lev Sameach, Achim, Uru Achim Lev Sameach.
Thank you so much, Joel. That was wonderful. We're going to hear from you again very, very soon. But before we continue, we would like to introduce to everybody our dear students from Mount Sinai College. They're younger students and they're going to sing for us a few different songs today. I'm just going to forward the video just to make sure it's up to the right place. And then we are able to share our screen. We got a number of different students from different age groups, different year groups. So please sit back and enjoy.
Ani Purim, Samecha, Aloha Fanacha, La 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 la. שלי שלוש פינות, שלוש פינות לכובע שלי, לולא היו לו שלוש פינות, לא היה זה הכובע שלי.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to the Mount Sinai students. We want to ask Joel to come back on and sing for us our last song before we close today's wonderful event for Purim. And the song of ORAH Shalom. Please, everybody, join with us and sing along.
ORAH Shalom Romav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Thank you very much, Joel. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. To close today's Purim event, from myself, I want to wish you all a happy Purim. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful, very, very special event. It's beautiful to see your smiling faces, and hopefully one day we'll get to see you in person and do a concert. To close today's event, I would like to invite back Rabbi Kassel, the CEO of Jewish House, to close today's event. Happy Purim.
Thank you very much, Avremi. You did a wonderful job hosting everybody and helping organize everybody. So a big thank you, Yasher Koach. A big thank you to Joel, who did a wonderful job in that song that you just sang, ORAH Shalom Bimromav, that God should bring peace upon all of us and for all the world. It's so important, such an important message today. We wish everybody peace and peace all over the world. Special thank you to Rabbi Elton and the Great Synagogue for joining us and being part of our wonderful our Purim celebrations. So thank you so much, and for your lovely message. A special thank you to the Australian Jewish News, who've helped broadcast today's Zoom and YouTube. A thank you to the ORAH Fund, who helps support some of the programs, to our partners at the COA, and to all of you who have made today so special. So give yourselves a big round of applause, a big happy Purim to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and look forward to seeing you again very soon. Happy Purim, have a lovely day, and see you soon. Thank you.